you want to peek behind the scenes of comic book news? I've never done this before. I've never done this on the air before, but let's take a look. Wait a minute, let me see. Yes. Let me try something here. I'm gonna. Oh, hey. So this is, I do have a green screen behind me, right? And that's how I make all the pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, right? And so that's one of the tricks. But what I'll do now is I'll put that background back up, and it's kind of cool because it lets me be wherever I want to be. So I can be like in some crazy place. I can be at the Daily Planet. I could be in my favorite place to be in the world, which is a comic book store. Or I could be, oh, look at this. This is 1 million comic books. This is what 1 million comic books looks like, Odin. But I'm going to go back to where I was, to Odin, and give you a little peek. So we've got the green screen, right? So I'm going to isolate myself for a second. We can still hear you. But so if I'm going to take my camera here and I'm going to look. See, we're really in my garage. It's pretty messy right now. You know, I do my work here. If you've ever watched my show before, sometimes I look at comics and I have this thing I call the $1 Million Comics Cam. This is the $1 Million Comics Cam. Have you watched my show before?
Yeah, I did see it, but when I first saw it, it sounded kind of boring. But I'll try I might try watching it. Might sound actually kind of fun.
It is kind of boring sometimes unless you're really into like comic book stores. These are my lights that I use. And I've even got a little cool, it's pretty cool. I got a little remote control and I can turn my lights on and off and I can make them go up and down. I can even change what's called the color temperature, and that's pretty neat. But what you asked about was my microphone.
Yeah.
And I use one by this company called Audio Technica. But it's just a USB microphone that'll plug into your computer, and it's pretty neat. Most people when they look at these microphones, they talk into them like this, like they talk into this. But in reality, you're supposed to talk into this part of the microphone. Okay, see where the light is and stuff. Most people don't realize that. And I see people on YouTube all the time that don't do that. They talk into the wrong place, and I think that makes their voice sound a little bit funny. So I'm going to bring you back here. Let me bring you back on screen.
All right. So the next question is, how do you use green screen? I know that you have an all green screen, but how do you get like the app that shows the green screen?
Well, there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's a lot of different ways. One, you need to use some software. If you use something like Streamyard, like I'm using right here.
Oh, actually, software is going to be after the how do you use green screen question. It's going to be what software do you use?
Question. Okay. Well, those things are all tied together. Those two questions are both tied together. I use two things. In the beginning, when I record my videos, I used to use something, a program called OBS. OBS. Okay. It's Open Broadcast Studio. It's totally free. And it's open source too. Do you know what open source means?
No.
Open source means that the people that wrote this program, they just give it away, and they don't only just give away the program, they give away all the code that was used to write this program.
Okay, yeah, so, I'm probably gonna use that for my videos.
I really recommend this OBS Studio. You can get it. It'll work on a Mac. It'll work on a PC. You can record things with it to your computer, but you can also stream live to YouTube if you want to do live shows. You can do all kinds of special effects. Look, here's how I put together the Odin intro for you. Let me see. I made a couple themes.
That was a music video. Thanks for watching. You got slapped.
Right, and I can turn on or off these things, and I can turn on and off the different elements. I can turn off the background and on the background. And I can turn this on, this off. So that's probably what I would recommend. But I also use this thing that we're on right now. Now, this is a new thing for me, Streamyard. And it lets me do streaming. It lets me do really cool stuff like these little credits and stuff. Right? Odin asks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I like this too, and I use this especially when I want to talk to a bunch of people and we want to do it live on the internet. We do it this way, and you can have chat from people and everything. That's fun too. So, and you can use it for free too. StreamYard is totally free as well. But if you want to use some of the fancier stuff like I do on this show, you got to pay a little bit for it.
Yeah, but then what software do you use is the next one, but did you just answer that one?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I use a couple of different things. I'm glad. Actually, you know what? I use a bunch of different things to make my videos, okay? Because there's more things to do than just make the video for YouTube. If you want to be successful on YouTube, one of the most important things to do is to make thumbnail images, right? You know what that means? You know what
that question after that is, how do you choose your thumbnail?
Oh, great. All right. So let's combine those two questions and let's look at, I'm going to share my screen again. Okay. And I'm going to show you a program that I use for making all my thumbnail images. Okay. This is called the GNU Image Manipulation Program. Okay. Also known as by its acronym, the first 4 letters is called the GIMP. All right. It's called GIMP. And GIMP is kind of like, you ever heard of Photoshop before?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, Photoshop is probably what most people use. It's a software program for making pictures. But you have to pay a lot of money. It costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars for Photoshop. Whoa. Again, this is open source. Remember, we just talked about open source. So this one is completely free and open, right? Yeah. So you want this. You want this. So I set it up. A YouTube thumbnail is supposed to be a certain amount of pixels wide and tall. So I got this thing set up to do 1280 by 700 pixels, right? This is my blank canvas. And if I want to make a thumbnail, I'll go to I got a folder full of backgrounds and I might just pick, I don't know, whatever I got on here. Let me see what I got. Anything good? I got something here. Okay, this is a great one. This is a great picture. And I want to do that. Let's say, oh man, I love Uncle Scrooge. I love comic books. This is a really cool image. I'd like to do a thumbnail about that. But it's always good to add some words. So maybe we come in here and we say, maybe we put in comic book news. And I like that font because it's the one that I always use on my channel, but I'll make it a little bit bigger. But it's kind of hard to see white, so maybe we'll outline it. We'll make a path, and we'll go over to paths, and then we'll switch over to black, and then we'll stroke the path like that. Oh, that looks pretty good. That's a lot easier to read, right?
Oh yeah.
But maybe it could be better. So let's take that layer and let's make it full size, and then we'll use a filter on it. I like these long shadow filters. So let's go. I got a preset here. It says comic news. I think that looks pretty neat.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe I'll do this. Maybe we'll move this like this, and then we'll move this up here. But you know what? I think this needs something else. This could use one more little touch on those letters. I like to add this. People probably don't even notice it, but I like a little drop shadow. See that shadow behind it?
Yeah.
I like that. I think that looks pretty cool. So now we're going to adjust this stuff a little bit more, and we're going to save that, and boom, we got a thumbnail, right? We can upload this. In fact, why don't we make the thumbnail for this episode right now?
That will be the thumbnail for this episode. Yeah, because I'm going to actually watch this video after I do this.
Totally, dude. So wait a minute. So let's put with Odin.
Oh, yeah.
Let's center that puppy. Okay, and then we'll end up using that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to work on this. I don't want to take up more time on the show right now because this is what you should do. You shouldn't do this on camera. You should do it off camera, but you get the idea? So we'll make the letters look more like this, and then we'll use this as our thumbnail. That's super cool.
So,
okay, so thumbnails. What else you got?
So, how much money are you making?
Oh, man, that's a pretty sensitive question. I don't know if I should talk about that because the IRS could. Well, what the heck? I'll talk. I don't do this for money, Odin. In fact, I didn't make any money until about 3 weeks ago. It was literally 0 cents, not even 1 penny. I worked for a year and I made over 150 videos because before you can make any money, you need to get 1,000 subscribers.
Oh.
Okay. And you need and you need more than just those subscribers. You need to make sure that your subscribers are watching your videos, and they have to watch, I think it's something like 4,000 hours in a month on your channel to even allow you to make 1 penny.
Okay, so that's
a lot, right? That's a lot. So and then even when I did monetize, you know how much money I'm making in a month?
How much?
I don't know for sure yet, but we're talking about not much money at all. Not even $100. Not even, I mean, I'll make more than that sometimes, but most of the times it'll be like $5, $10. And we're talking about many, 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 many hours of my life that I spent making this stuff, right?
Oh.
So it's not, for me, it's not really about the money. I make my money doing other stuff. It's more about having fun and talking about comics and talking about what I love.
All right.